This is a letter that was sent to my grandfather years ago by President Roosevelt.
Who was your grandfather, sir?
H.L. Lax. He was a minister there in western Kentucky. Lax, L-A-X, just like X-Lax.
Okay. Okay.
I came to the pawn shop today to try to sell a letter from President Roosevelt to my grandfather. Well, I got the letter from an old shed out in my granddad's house, and I opened it up, and there's the envelope from the White House. And I thought, gosh, what is that? Finally decided I'd bring it out here and see if it had any value to it.
So what's the letter about?
I think this is right after the president put the Social Security into action, and he wanted to make sure that it worked.
Okay.
So he was writing my grandfather to ask his counsel.
Because of grave responsibilities in my office, I am turning to representative clergymen for counsel and advice, feeling confident that no group can give more accurate, unbiased views. Sincerely, Franklin Roosevelt. Basically, what we got here is, how does your congregation feel about the Social Security Act? And, hey, dude, can you help support it a little bit? Say it's a good thing?
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what it says.
Yeah.
It's an interesting letter. I like it.
The Social Security Act was enacted in 1935 as part of FDR's New Deal. It was really controversial at the time, and it was a political bloodbath getting this thing passed. Today, it is one of the largest government programs in the world.
The only thing that concerns me is this looks like it's a form letter. They'd make thousands of copies of it.
Okay.
At the bottom, they'd put different ministers and addresses.
They didn't have copy machines.
And mimeograph machines.
That's not mimeograph, I can tell you that. I know, I used to run one.
Yeah.
This could be secretarial signed or something like that. It looks like an actual signature. I just want to make sure it's his signature, him doing it. Let me get my buddy Drew down here. He does this for a living. He'll tell us what it is.
Okay.
Okay?
Good deal. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Morning.
Hey, Drew.
Hey,
Good to see
what's
you.
going on, Drew?
Oh, man. Is this today's project?
Yes, it is.
I'm Drew with Authentic Autographs Unlimited, and I'm a forensic document examiner. Okay, FDR, interesting. Rick, what are your concerns on this?
I just want to know if it's secretarial signed or did he sign it? I mean, it looks like a form letter. I could be wrong.
It does appear to be kind of like a form letter, but it doesn't necessarily mean he didn't sign it.
Sure.
And on this particular time, he needed as much support as possible. It kind of took a while for people to kind of accept the Social Security Act. Now, it is possible this was signed by a secretarial, so we're going to have to check out the details on to see if that's
Okay.
true. So basically, we need to break down the signature to see what we have. Franklin Roosevelt's signature is very intricate. You're looking at it partially cursive, partially printing. It's quite a different combination. First name seems to be clear. It is broken up in different strokes. The slant line is correct. The capital letters are all about the right height. Okay, it is a White House letterhead. Paper stock looks proper for the time period. When you put it all together, there's only one conclusion. This thing is definitely authentic.
Great. I appreciate that, man.
You sure? He actually signed it?
Well, it is kind of a form letter, there's no doubt about it, but it was so important that he get the support. I wouldn't doubt that he sat down and signed every single
Okay,
one.
all right, yeah, it's just a little shocking because I was like 90% sure it was.
Right, right.
Well, you're wrong again, Rick.
I love you too, Dad. Okay, so what does like a letter like this go for?
You know, I've seen Roosevelt letters go $3,000 up to $40,000, $50,000. It depends. If it's on White House letterhead, that brings the price up. If it was concerning World War II, that kicks the price up some more. The two of his biggest legislative things was the New Deal, and would put people back to work, and the Social Security Act. So he is talking about something that's very important to him. Price-wise, I would say probably retail at auction, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Absolutely.
Thanks, Drew.
Rick,
You're the greatest.
It's been a pleasure. Thank
Hey,
you, man.
thanks, Drew.
You bet.
All right, so have you figured out what you want to do?
Well, it's a great piece of history. It means a lot to me because it's family, which has no value to anybody else.
Yeah.
And I heard $40,000 there.
No.
I heard that. I'm sure I heard that.
No, he said like World War II, something like that, $40,000. He said something like this, $5,000, $7,000 at auction. I would give you like $2,500, and that's cash.
And you would you say it's 3,000?
I go 2.
I'll go $2,750. I'll meet you in the middle.
Well, yeah, I think I'll sell it.
Okay, it's a deal.
Made a deal for $2,750. I was tickled at that price. That way, everybody makes a little bit, and the world's happy.
Wow. This thing is nice.
This is a casting out.
This is like one of the holy grails of American coins. I'll do 95 and that's it.
No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to take it home.